said, I'm going to harden Pharaoh's heart. How did he harden Pharaoh's heart? By blessing them. So what blessed them vexed Pharaoh. He didn't do anything different, but Pharaoh responded to it different because they were getting blessed and he wasn't. So he got angry just because God did what he did for them. Amen? All right, verse 21. And Moses stretched out his hand over the sea, and the Lord caused the sea to go back by a strong east wind all that night. You know what? If a little gust came up and separated the sea for a little while, that wouldn't be such a big deal. All night? You can't, by science, explain that away. It is the covenant blessing of the Lord. And Moses stretched out his hand over the sea, and the Lord caused the sea to go back by a strong east wind all that night, and made the sea dry land. So it even dried up the ground beneath. Man, come on, you ever go to the beach, that sand right by the water? It's never dry. So God not only divided the water, he dried the ground underneath them so that their feet didn't get muddy. Verse 22. And the children of Israel went into the midst of the sea upon the dry ground, and the waters were a wall unto them on the right hand and on their left. So it was a wall to them. What you think it's going to be to the Egyptians? Come on, we know. Just like the presence of God was light to the children of Israel and darkness to the Egyptians, if this water is a wall unto them, if I was an Egyptian, I would not go in that water. All right. The waters were a wall unto them on their right hand and on their left. And the Egyptians pursued and went in after them to the midst of the sea, even all of Pharaoh's horses and chariots and his horsemen. And it came to pass that in the morning watch, the Lord looked unto the host of the Egyptians through the pillar of fire and the cloud, and troubled the host of the Egyptians, and took off their chariot wheels. They could not even run. The Egyptians said, let us flee from the face of Israel, for the Lord fighteth for them against the Egyptians. Amen. Amen. Because of time, I'm just going to stop there. You know, and I know a lot of us look at this and yeah, that was Moses. God's no respecter of persons. He doesn't do for one different than he does for the other one. But you have to lock your heart on the covenant to the degree that you'll swear to your own hurt and change not. Amen. And I ain't got just one little light amen right there. See, let me just say this, and I'm just going to close the deal. God said, I swore. And so if God swore, he is bound. If I'm willing to commit my heart to it, God is bound. He's got to make it happen. He's got to make it happen. He's got to make it happen. He's got to make it happen because he swore. If he does not make it happen, he's got to lay his life down. That's what covenant is. And he said, the reason that I give you power to get wealth is so that I can establish my covenant, so I can show people what my covenant is like. So I want you to prosper in wisdom. I want you to prosper in witty inventions. I want you to prosper in your business. I want you to prosper in the classroom. I want people everywhere to see what the children of God enjoy. But see, my heart's got to be committed to it, because if I'm wishy-washy, people won't know whether or not I'm a child of God. My commitment has to be strong and firm. If I'm with God sometimes and sometimes I'm not, you won't know. Stand to your feet.